wall. Plant cells, in addition to the plasma membrane, have another rigid outer covering called the cell wall. The cell wall lies outside the plasma membrane. The plant cell wall is mainly composed of cellulose. And what is cellulose? It is a complex substance which provides structural strength to plants. When a living plant cell loses water through osmosis, there is shrinkage or contraction of the contents of the cell away from the cell wall. This phenomena is known as plasmolysis. Cell walls permit the cells of plants, fungi, and bacteria to withstand very dilute external media without bursting. In such media, the cells tend to take up water by osmosis. The cell swells, building up pressure against the cell wall. The wall exerts an equal pressure against the swollen cell. Because of their walls, such cells can withstand much greater changes in the surrounding medium than animal cells. In simple words, we can say that cell wall protects the plant cells against the very harsh environmental conditions. Nucleus. Nucleus is present as a spherical or oval dot-like structure near the center of each cell. The nucleus has a double-layered covering called the nuclear membrane. The nuclear membrane has pores which allow the transfer of material from inside the nucleus to its outside, that is, to the cytoplasm. The nucleus contains chromosomes, which are rod-like structures which are present only in the cell when the cell is about to divide. Chromosomes contain information for inheritance or transfer of features from parents to next generation in the form of DNA molecules. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. Chromosomes are composed of DNA and proteins. DNA molecules contain the necessary information for constructing and organizing cells. Functional segments of DNA are called genes. In a cell which is not dividing, this DNA is present as a part of chromatin material. Chromatin material is a mass of thread-like structures which is present inside the nucleus only when the cell is not dividing. But once the cell is about to divide, the chromatin material gets organized into chromosomes. Thus, nucleus plays a central role in cellular reproduction, a process by which a single cell divides and forms two new cells. Cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is the fluid content inside the plasma membrane. It also contains many specialized cell organelles. Each of these cell organelles performs a specific function for the cell. Depending upon the nuclear membrane, organisms are divided into two categories, prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Prokaryotes are those organisms whose cells lack a nuclear membrane. The word pro means primitive or primary and karyote means nucleus. For example, bacteria. In bacteria, the nuclear membrane of the cell may be poorly defined due to the absence of a nuclear membrane. Such an undefined nuclear region containing only nucleic acids is called a nucleoid. Eukaryotes. Eukaryotes are those organisms with cells having a nuclear membrane. For example, plants, animals, etc. Difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Prokaryotic cells are generally smaller in size. Their size is in the range of 1 to 10 micrometer. and 1 micrometer is equal to 10 raised to power minus 6 meter. Eukaryotic cells are generally larger in size. Their size ranges from 5 to 100 micrometer. Nuclear region in case of prokaryotic cell is poorly defined due to the absence of nuclear membrane and known as nucleoid, whereas nuclear region is well defined in eukaryotic cells and the nuclear membrane is around the nuclear region. Prokaryotic cells have single chromosome, whereas eukaryotic cells have more than one chromosome. Prokaryotes lack membrane-bound cell organelles, whereas eukaryotes have membrane-bound cell organelles such as mitochondria, lysosome, Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, etc.